Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys been enjoying the content on the channel as of late. Excuse my face, sorry. Um, just a little lightheaded, just drinking some water. Uh, just got done with another film for Blind Tuesdays. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. It's a little bit of a new addition to the channel. So hope you guys are enjoying some of the new content that I'm presenting. And this is just, again, an excuse just to review more films and to explore more films. And with this series, it's all random, so it's up to the wheel of choice, which we'll get to at the end of this video. But but the choice last time was a romance of some kind, I believe, right? Or no, an 80s film. Yeah, 80s. Yeah, it was an 80s film. And the film that I picked was Pretty in Pink, which was not directed by John Hughes, but written by John Hughes, and pretty much was a John Hughes film, but it was directed by Howard Ditch, I believe that's his name. Starring Harry Dean Stanton, as well as a couple of other players, which I've forgotten their names, forgive me, but it tells the story of a girl, 18-year-old, I believe, yeah, going off to college, senior, and she is dealing with, high school drama, just, the popular girls hating on her and stuff like that, just nonsense, really. And she falls for a guy, and the guy is of upper class, has more money, and she's a little more on the poorer side, and there's friction between the two, and ultimately what the film is about recognizing the value of what you have versus chasing the thought of what could be, and it's presented in a pretty conventional, attitude, and it's executed again with that same sentiment. But the thing about movies like this is that I really struggle with the importance of these stories because it's just high school nonsense. I mean, I don't get why people would find this enthralling or, very attractive. I mean, it's just boils down to insecurities and desperation for attention. Like, it's just stuff that people at this age deal with all the time, and when you grow up, you just look back on it and just laugh. Like, it's not something that you necessarily take seriously, and Pretty in Pink is like, it's being funny, but it's also taking itself rather seriously. And it's like, and I think it's also being fairly ignorant, because the thing about the movie is that she has, there's like two different guys that approach her. One is the attractive guy who is, is ultimately trying to have sex with her, and is more level-headed in his approach, whereas the other person is much more obsessive and much more, crazed. She's like, he's just all about her, nothing more. Basically a Matthew Broderick replacement, I guess. Like, because just the way that performer is in that movie, I really think that was meant to be like Matthew Broderick's like part, but they couldn't get him in time, so they had to get somebody else instead to fill in that role, because he just comes across as that, but just, in my opinion, is fairly annoying. But at the end of it, like, it being a romance, obviously she comes to fall. It's predictable. I mean, what's going to happen at the end. But like, she eventually falls for someone, and it's like, why would I go with? If I was her, I would be thinking to myself, why would I want either of you? You guys are completely obnoxious and just ridiculous, selfish. There's no value with either of you. And the movie wants to make a point about, that there is value within one of these individuals, and within this, within, there's a point that's being made, and it's like, it's done again very conventionally, but it's appealing. It's not where it's irritating or boring. It's fine. I think the performances are for the most part fairly good. Even the guy who I found to be very annoying, it's like that was the point of his character, is to be annoying. So it worked. But I just question the importance of said story. Like, do I really care about these stories? Do I really care about, a girl's dilemma with a guy? Like, do I really care? Not really. I mean, for the most part, I was just like, okay, sure, I guess. But like I said, it's appealing enough because you have decent performances at the center of it, and it has a charm to it that John Hughes, films do. But I just found wow, the brightness just went up. My apologies. I just found I was just having a hard time really like grasping at the purpose of it all. I think that it would have made more sense if she just dumped both of them, honestly, because both of those people they're not material. They're not people that I would really. That's not someone that you should be around. So I mean, it's fairly outdated stuff, but it's presented in a way that isn't irritating or just completely nonsensical. So it's harmless, but I just question the importance of said story, and just within that, my overall care for said story. So, but those are my thoughts on Pretty in Pink, and now we will go to the wheel once again. This is here we go. Yeah. So I'm gonna crank up the volume here. And like I said, it's either a decade or a specific type of film that we are going to get into. So I'm going to press spin, and we'll see what we get. Let me crank this up so you guys can hear it. So there we go. And spin. And it's going to be an action film. So it has to be an action film now. So not decade specific. So it could be something brand new. It could be something much older. So that's the criteria. It has to be an action film, guys. So yeah. So those are my thoughts on Pretty in Pink. I thought it was pretty fine, like just fine. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Pretty in Pink, and give me a recommendation for next week's video. In the action category. It has to be an action film. And forgive me for the brightness is just going up and down, so excuse me. I'm not sure what's been going on today, but yeah. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and until then, being next Tuesday for the action genre, I will catch you guys in the next video. So, thank you guys. See you then. Bye.